Erica Klampfl, is Manager of Global Data Insights and Analytics at Ford Motor Company. She participated in the McNair Scholars Program at Louisiana State University. Erica, please come forward.
I'm so honored to be here tonight to receive the TRIO Achiever Award, especially among these amazing other recipients. I have to admit, I was unique in my household that, for fun, I like to do math. I don't know how many of you like to do math. I was unique in my own family. But, I would get really excited when I'd get math workbooks to do. It's probably because I had so many chores and housework to do. But, my love for math started at a very early age. I would always get excited when my mom would bring home new workbooks. And this was especially meaningful for me because we didn't have a lot of extra money to spare. So while we never lacked for basics, we didn't have money to go out to eat, to go on vacations, to do the things actually that I take for granted in my life right now. My parents struggled to get a business up and running during a time when interest rates were really high. And things didn't pan out as they'd hoped. My siblings and I worked really hard at home. We all had after-school jobs. We helped in the family business. And, money was tight. I can remember when my mom once found $40 in the parking lot, and we were all so excited thinking about, how are we going to spend this? What are we going to get? And she decided to put it in the offering plate at church. So at that time, it didn't make sense to us. We could have, we all had a lot of ideas about what we were going to do with that $40. But through my parents' many actions like this, they taught me to work hard, to give back, and to have faith. While my parents didn't go to college, they always instilled in me the importance of getting a good education. So I always planned to go to college, and I worked a variety of jobs to put myself through Louisiana State University. I waited tables, I tutored, I taught math classes, I took notes for other students. Back in the day when we had carbon copy, now it would have been a lot easier. I also had scholarships, got Pell Grants, but going to graduate school never entered my mind as an option. I'd, of course, heard of people who had doctorate degrees, but I actually didn't know anyone who had a graduate degree outside of the professors who taught me. I just didn't know what my options were. I didn't know who to ask, and I actually didn't know what questions to ask. I look at my son today who has two parents with graduate degrees, and I don't think he realizes that he has that navigator to help him navigate this complicated system. And maybe we're in the day of information, whereas in my day there was no information, but today it's information overload, and it really helps to have someone help you on that journey. Being a part of the McNair program at LSU was really a game changer for me. I was provided a faculty mentor, a faculty research advisor. I had no idea what math research was about. So for the first time, I had a chance to do a graduate research project and get a feel for what would graduate school be like. I had another professor mentor who was instrumental in helping me identify the classes I needed to prepare for graduate school. Little did I know I wasn't taking the right math classes that would have allowed me to get into graduate school. She leveraged her network to get me interviews with different graduate programs. She introduced me to other faculty members and helped me prepare for the GRE, which I actually didn't know I'd have to take. It was instrumental in helping me learn how important a network was to have and how it's really difficult to navigate that on your own. I ended up going to Rice University, somewhere I'd never heard of as a student before at LSU, and I got a PhD in computational and applied math. The degree opened many doors, and I went on to work at Ford Motor Company, where for the past 19 years I've had a very diverse and rewarding career. I leveraged my PhD to drive analytics solutions across the business to help in manufacturing, sustainability, and other strategic areas of operation. I launched the Mobility Initiative for Ford Motor Company and later started a human-centered design lab. What I've learned along the way is that no matter what your circumstances are, there's always some part of your journey that's unknown, and it is difficult to navigate things alone. It's important to have those you can learn from and lean on, and those in turn that you can be there for and give back. I've been fortunate and thankful to have been a part of the McNair program and to have had supportive mentors like Dr. Ken Washington, who I'm glad is here today, to have my family, my husband Bernie, who's here with me today, and my faith. Dr. Ronald McNair was a laser physicist and a NASA astronaut who was inspired to work hard and persevere in his studies by his family and by a teacher who recognized and believed in his scientific potential. I am who I am today because of the struggles I've faced, the challenges that I've overcome, and most of all, because of the people who believed in me and supported me along the way. Providing opportunities to those who do not have all of the advantages does make a difference and can change lives. I wouldn't have gotten a PhD without the McNair program. I wouldn't have known that that was an option for me. Thank you so much for the opportunity to have been a part of the McNair program and to be here tonight. Thank you.